Well, today's guest is a speaker, best-selling author, and pastor at Oak Hills Church in San Antonio, Texas. He joins us today to share his insights from his book, What Happens Next? A Traveler's Guide Through the End of This Age. Please welcome our dear friend, Max Lucado.
Ooh, I like that song.
Hello, Max.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome.
Always a gentleman.
Yes.
And you are a gentle man.
Yes.
I feel outnumbered.
And I know. Do you feel safe or not?
I don't know.
Well, you should. You should.
I am a dad of 3 daughters.
Oh, well,
so I'm
there you
kind
go.
of,
So you're
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
for right
Yeah.
at home,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How are the girls doing?
They're great. They're great.
Everybody,
Everybody's
grandchildren?
terrific. We've got one lives 10 minutes from us, one about an hour from us, and one about 2 hours from us.
Wow.
And so everybody's within a day's drive,
Yeah.
and it keeps,
that's
keeps
good.
Grandma, my wife, very happy.
How many grandchildren?
4 grandchildren.
4.
Oldest is 9, and the newest is 6 months. Close to 6.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm beating you. I have 7, so.
Okay. I'll text my kids.
We're in a race
Come
here.
on.
All right, all right.
Get it going.
You know, oftentimes we see the future through the lens of fear and anxiety, but Max Lucado joins us to share why maintaining a heavenly perspective is so vitally important as we enter the end times. So you wrote the book, and why did you take on this topic now? I mean, this is like 40 books later.
I didn't have anything else to do. I was kind of bored.
You just go to Revelation.
Yeah,
Just go to the
yeah,
end of the Bible,
yeah.
right? Okay.
2 things. That's a great question. And thank you again for letting me be a part of this wonderful time.
It's great to have you.
One is I am genuinely curious. I mean, insatiably curious. I wake up in the middle of the night and I start thinking, wow, what if I get to go today?
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
what's it going to be like? Who am I going to see? What will it be like to see Jesus, finally see him face? So I'm, and part of that is I'm almost 70. I know I look 30. I know I get it.
Me too.
Yeah. And so I think as you get older, as you get more sand on the bottom of the hourglass than at the top, then you say, oh, I'd like to know.
Yeah.
I'm curious, but then, and I'm concerned. I think the world is so fragile right now.
Yeah.
We've got wars erupting on, you know, in Russia, Ukraine, China, looking at Taiwan, and then we got to stay focused on Israel.
Right.
Because Israel's a huge player. And we're seeing things that we've never seen before
true.
happening in Israel. And then add to that just the pandemic of anxiety that's around the world.
Yeah.
And I think a clarity about the future will bring courage in the present. And so we can help, especially our young people who are battling anxiety, by giving them a picture. This life is just a dot, just a fraction.
Yeah.
We're here and then we're gone.
Yes.
So these brief and momentary troubles are not worth comparing with the glory that outweighs us. So I'll start preaching if I'm not careful, but those are the reasons I got excited about this.
Right. And, you know, for people who may have just, you know, began their walk with Jesus and they're new believers, whatever, I just think it's wonderful to have a book you can go to and read and have some clarity on what's going to happen in Revelation.
Yeah.
And so let's just start at the beginning.
Okay.
In the garden.
Yeah.
We start in Genesis, and
yeah.
let's just go through your timeline and help people understand
and thanks
a
for
little bit
setting
of
it
what's
up like that, because I wanted to write, I kind of call it a end times 101. You know, a lot of end time stuff is just technical and hard to wade through, and I just got lost with the beast there. What is
seal.
the seal? What's all this
The
mean?
mark of the beast.
And who's the Antichrist?
So I zoomed out. I don't do it. I end up in Revelation, but we start in the book of Genesis. And I think you could make a case that the story of the creation is the most prophetic passage in the whole Bible, because God, who knows the end from the beginning, tells us what the end will be like and reveals it in the beginning. You want a picture of what, at least a picture of what life is going to be like. We're all going to be in a perfect paradise, in perfect bodies, no shame or embarrassment. Happy to be who we are.
Perfect
content.
food.
Perfect food. All we can eat.
I said that for all the ladies at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. and most of all, a perfect relationship with God.
Yes.
Yes.
And we will be reigning and ruling. We're not now. You know, we can't get the fish to bite, much less obey, but we were created to reign and rule over creation.
That's the way it started with Adam, right?
And that blows people's minds.
Right.
They're not aware of that. Well, that's a picture
Yeah.
of how it'll be in the end times. And so in this book, I just start right there in the book of Genesis and work our way down the timeline of the major events that have happened, the major events that are happening, and then the major events that are still on the timeline that should activate and energize the believer.
So, I mean, even in the garden, God revealed that even after sin, that there would be a way of an escape. And there was a prophecy about what would happen and what would come through a woman. I mean, think about even then. God, God was preparing a way for us.
He was. Adam and Eve turned away from God, but God never turned away from Adam and Eve, never turned away from us. You know, he sees the end from the beginning, and so his plan is to populate a heavenly paradise with his children. Yeah. And you're going to be there. I'm going to be there. Yes. It's going to be extraordinary. It's going to be unlike anything. The worst, how do I say this? The best day on earth would not qualify for a bad day in the next life. Wow. It's going to be that great. Yeah. Wow. And so if I can just activate excitement.
No more tears, no more sorrow, no more pain.
Can you imagine?
No.
Every body is going to be, the Bible calls it a glorified body. Our bodies will be glorified. They'll be perfect. There'll be no decay, no death, no sickness. Right. I'm especially excited because every baby that was in a womb but never exited for whatever reason is going to be there. Yes. They'll pass right into heaven.
If today's content inspired you, then let's spread God's glory together. I'd love for you to like, comment, subscribe, and then share it with someone who needs it so we can continue making a difference together.